Yo, what's up, guys? I'm back, man. And by the way, this is Madden 19. This is not Madden 20, so EA don't be like, "Oh my gosh, you see Madden 19 in the background." Madden 19 is in the game, so they won't have no problem, no issues. This is just me in practice mode doing the screenshot in Madden 19. You clearly see in the background, so I don't want no problems. But this is my thoughts on the Madden 20 beta. Madden 20 beta, like I said, I got it. Yo, shout out, well, to G Meyer, man. He held it down, man. All right, first, let me tell you this. Madden 20 is a totally different game than Madden 19. I don't care what y'all say, people in the comments. You know, people, you know, people that don't play it are usually the ones that say, "Oh, bro, it's the same game, look exactly the same." I know I got, what I'm saying, I know I got glasses, I have 4 hours, whatever you want to say it, but even looking at it, you can tell it's not the same game. Um, Now actually playing it, it feels different. The running is a lot smoother. Um, the pass rush, I like it. A lot of people don't like the pass rush in the game. They say, "Oh, it's too OP. You can barely do stuff." I love it. If you playing against Aaron Donald, you will get sacked. And I like that EA did this because, like they said in the NFL, you don't have a lot of time to throw the ball. But quarterbacks with escape artists like Russell Wilson, Mahomes, and um, I think somebody else. As of right now, like I said, Mariota, he doesn't have no escape artist or nothing like that. Matt Ryan don't have no X Factor ability. I think that's bullcrap. Deion Jones don't have the middle linebacker acrobat stuff. I don't know what they was thinking, but like I said, this is not the final build. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I guess if we send feedback, they would give certain players X factors and stuff like that. But as of right now, Matt Ryan, Deion Jones do not have no X factor ability. I don't even know if he got the clutch trait. No, none of that. You can't do none of that. Usering in this game is very hard to do. It's not. I would guess I wouldn't say very hard. It's kind of like on the lines of Madden 16, I believe. It's not impossible, but it's very different because they got different pass trajectories. But overall, I like this game. Yesterday I played this game because for some reason when it came out at 12, I had to still download a patch or update. I guess you could call it update. I don't want to call it a patch. It's not a lot of good memories with patches, but this update, because I guess they had to update the servers or they had to update something. I guess they heard from EA Play already or something like that. Um, but I was playing the Pro Bowl. I played the Pro Bowl probably like maybe 10 times. I played the NFC and I played the AFC. Now I have to say, playing for the NFC, the best quarterback I was able to use for the first time around was Russell Wilson because the pass rush on the other side was pretty good. I like Russell Wilson because, like I said, he got the escape artist. And I told you the reason why I believe EA put this stuff in there is to make the superstar's ability mean something. If you have a pass rush coming at you screaming, the escape artist works. It'll give you like a speed boost in the pocket and that throwing the run trait and stuff like that. It works. I like it a lot. I really do because I told you it separates certain players, certain quarterbacks, and if you don't have those beefed up crazy dudes on your team, you'll see it happen. And by the way, Aaron Donald, using it for like in Pro Bowl, Aaron Donald is not ridiculous unless you're playing against him. But if you're using him like on the D line in the Pro Bowl, he wasn't as ridiculous as he would be against a regular team. I would try to see how the user is in the game, using D line. I know y'all was like, "Oh, bro, using D line." I was testing out the game. I'm trying to see what the game is about. Then I was pushing it. Then he wasn't getting past. It would be like early, it would be like late, and then you win it, and you'll still be caught in the block. So ratings do matter. It's not like he just OP. But if you go against the computer, you know what I'm saying? The computer is kind of crazy. Um, but that's what I like about that. I love the fact that the pass rush is good, and you literally have to have a good quarterback, and what I'm saying, Tom Brady and stuff like that. His what they call it, his like I guess ability is having a clean pocket. That stuff works. I'm telling you, that stuff works. Drew Brees and Rodgers. It kind of took me a while to get used to Aaron Rodgers. He got an interesting throwing motion. Out of all the quarterbacks I used, I was like Aaron Rodgers was the worst one. Russell Wilson, then Drew Brees, and then Aaron Rodgers in the Pro Bowl. But I like Aaron Rodgers' ability, X factor. Um, I think like if you get a certain amount, X Factor is not easy to get. I'll tell you that now. It's not easy to get. You really have to be going in with your receiver already to start going crazy with it. So I feel good about that, man. But anyway, about people having questions about Madden 19, about Madden 20, I'm gonna tell you like this. Starting off, I wrote some stuff down. When you go for a field goal, like I said, this is not final build. Everything I probably just said about I don't even know if I just said it, but I know I cut the video off and had to start a new one. But right now, Matt Ryan does not have an X Factor ability. He just has some superstar thing, superstar development trait. I don't know what they was thinking. They got quarterbacks below him with abilities as far as overall. Hopefully they find one for him. He doesn't have no X Factor, bro. Only ability he has is throwing perfect accuracy in the pocket. That's it. Deion Jones, he don't have no acrobat middle linebacker stuff. I don't know what they was thinking. The dude did a backflip, basically, and sealed the game for us and stuff like that. Like I said, Matt Ryan at least give him some clutch trait like Tom Brady got. Uh, Matt Ryan is 11 all time in comebacks. If y'all didn't know, Aaron Rodgers is 75th. If you did not know that, but anyway, all right. Now when it comes to the field goal block, guys, guess what? Now instead of falling to the ground, like I said, this is just thoughts and feedback. I'm pretty sure we're allowed to do this. I mean, like people said, just like the forums, is getting it out, and I know developers watch YouTube videos too. The field goal block, I like it because that was last year where you would feel like you got a perfect release, but you can never block it. Now, I guess they don't want people to, it'll be overpowered. So it'll say perfect, but you won't always get the blocking animation. Because I'm looking like, I know I'm timing this right. So it'll show you that you do it perfect, but you're not going to block it every single time. I don't know what chooses when you can block it or when you can't block it, but when you block the kick, you can now pick it up and go for the two. Last year, they would just fall straight to the ground. You couldn't do nothing with the ball. It was basically useless. If the game was on the line, you blocked it. And you know what I'm saying, like some Will Hill type stuff, it would be a touchdown. And you could probably, not touchdown, but the two. And you can probably win the game. Now, that's great. I love that. Now, um, when somebody fumbles the ball, your defensive line will pick the ball up and go for the touchdown. I love that. That feels good. No more diving on the ground looking stupid. They're going to pick it up and run. And by the way, different people have different animations, kind of a throwback to Madden 12, Madden 10, stuff like that. So you know how Dion, run with one hand. D'Angelo Hall used to run with one hand. Now I think Clowney runs with one hand. Stuff like that. People that run the ball with one hand, you'll see it, and their run motion is different. Clowney is a beast in this game, by the way. Interceptions. You know how last year you would intercept the ball and you would try to go for a six and you would run backwards. I had no problem with that. I don't know how they fixed it, but it's perfect. You can catch the ball and you won't just fall to the ground for no reason. I hated that last year. You'll pick the ball off, or either you'll just fall or the camera will go backwards. There's no problem. Once you catch that ball, you can take the heck off. If you got good users, the great corners have good animations. You have a one-handed pick, and they'll look realistic. I think one time I had Moss somebody, you know what I'm saying, on the defense on the sideline, and it was a realistic um, animation. So interceptions are great. If you have a pick six, it's going to be a pick six this year. I hope they don't change that and do something crazy about it because how it is right now is nice. Like I said, usering is very hard this year. It's equivalent to Madden 16. It's not easy. Right now, Luke Kuechly and Bobby Wagner are the only ones that you can really use her with, but it's still not easy. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time. Even if you're throwing it 30 yards outfield, you better hope they throwing it underneath and you just lurk it. If they throwing it say if they throwing it to the flat and you go down to catch it, Bobby Wagner is probably one of my favorite user right now. He's great. But as far as like using guys like Banner Edge and stuff like that, Deion Jones, you can do it, but it's not as good. It's not as easy. Now, I told you the pass rush is amazing. I love using Aaron Donald. I love Aaron Donald is nice. Like I told you, Aaron Donald right now online, I'm 4-0. I'm 4-0, and pass rush is very key. Aaron Donald, if he's on your team, you're gonna do good. But Aaron Donald's not the only superstar that has that. You know what I'm saying? They have other superstars like JJ and uh, D Law and all that other stuff. So that's great. The pass rush is good. and the pass blocking is good, and the run blocking is good. I had to get used to the running, but I'm literally like ranked 27th online when it comes to rushing yards because the passing is not as easy, but you really have to scheme up the pass. So that's great. Now, y'all talking about, oh, the deep crossers and all other stuff. The deep crossers is actually good. It's not OP. If you play in the right coverage, they're sticking with them. And guess what? Since the pass rush is so good, the deep crossers don't really have time to develop, and that's where escape artists and throwing on the run come into play. Because if you have an escape artist and you waiting for a deep route, you might as well run out a little bit, wait a little bit, get some little juking and stuff like that and throw it. But the only time they will be open is literally right up on the sideline, unless they just having some terrible coverage. So that's great. You don't have to really worry about cross around stuff like that. Now spinning in this game is more realistic. It's not OP at all. Trust me. When it's a habit from last year to go straight into a game and start spinning, you might want to look at the running back you have or the whoever you have that has the ball traits or attributes to realize what you need to do. Either you juking, you spinning, or you stiff arming. Now, when I got Todd Gurley, what I'm saying? I was like, what the heck? I was trying to truck people. He can truck, he can stiff arm, he can do whatever. But I was trying to spin move with him. I was like, okay, he not spin moving. Next, when I hit the juke, he was juking everybody. You know what I'm saying? And Ezekiel Elliott, you try to do that with him. His thing is he like to stiff arm people. So if you stiff arm, his little X Factor thing will like light up a little bit. He was like, get off me. You know what I'm saying? I love the animation they got in the game. It's really nice that running backs really stay true to uh, the type of player they are. You know what I'm saying? So I really like that. Trucking, spinning, and juking all works in this game to me. And think about it, most of that stuff I was doing in the Pro Bowl against maniacs. Harrison Smith, the dude is a freaking maniac, bro. In the Pro Bowl, I think Andre Roberts had got. I was using Andre Roberts at kick return. The dude got freaking blasted by Harrison Smith. I'm talking about it. I think Harrison Smith got some X-rated called reinforcement. The dude was reinforcing me back to oblivion. I'm telling you, he was just boo, boo. And by the way, Malcolm Jenkins right now does not have an X factor. I don't know what the heck is wrong with that. Hopefully, he gets a clutch trade or something like that too. Or I had a heck that Eddie Jackson get one, but not Malcolm Jenkins. But like I said, this is not the final build. Hopefully, they look at that and realize that Malcolm Jenkins obviously deserves one. He's leading, but the dang league in pick sixes. Like, give him something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the trucking, the spinning, and juking is great. Um, what else? Something else? Um, like I said, this year. Oh, by the way, the best receiver I played with in this game, and I'm so happy. My boy Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen. When I first picked up the game, he had 7 catches for 220 yards, and that's when I was using Russell Wilson. This dude is amazing, bro. He plays how Adam Thielen plays on the field in real life. And I've been waiting for that for the past 2 years. Even though he was okay a little bit last year, but the slide-o-matic and the fact that he has different routes you can run with him, he got like ability to have different routes. Adam Thielen is a beast. He is amazing. And then I think his X factor is when you can aggressive catch on people. I think I saw it's called Double Me. When you saw Juju in the trailer and stuff like that. That dude is amazing. He's my favorite wide receiver to use in the game. Like I said, for Pro Bowl, if you go to franchise, you can use any team you want. By the way, y'all probably like, how the heck you know about this stuff? You can go to franchise and play franchise. Franchise. Um, I'm sorry to say, man, but it's cool. It's different, but they didn't really change a lot as far as the menus. But probably scenario would be a lot better. But the menus, it almost looked the same, man. It almost looked exactly the same. But I don't know about how the off season and stuff gonna go like that in the scenario. I haven't really got too far in that. But as far as the menus, it's gonna look the same. But you do get texts from people and they be like, "Oh, what you think about this? What you think about that?" And I guess that's cool. And certain players later on, we'll see how it develops. But as far as menus wise, it looks the same. But like I said, it's not a final build. I don't want y'all to be like, "Oh, what the heck?" Maybe they may change something. The game is like what, a month away, so it's okay. The, people like with abilities and superstars, X factors. I hope they change that. I'm gonna give my feedback because y'all know I'm a freaking Falcons fan, bro. And if Deion Jones don't have no freaking acrobatic junk, that's ridiculous. And then Matt Ryan don't have nothing, but you see guys like Cam Newton and truck dudes and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I like Cam. You know what I'm saying? I like Phillip Rivers. If anything, Phillip Rivers and somebody else, Matt Ryan should have the same ability as Phillip Rivers or something like that. But anyway, I'm thinking that I touch on everything. Running quarterbacks is great. Like I said, the throwing the run actually works. Throwing backwards and throwing deep, it works. Getting bazooka is not as easy as it seems, but it works. Getting bazooka works. But what I learned about playing against computer, every time you get your ability, usually when a quarterback has an ability, it say you get a sack and it'll go away. It seemed like every time I got bazooka in the Pro Bowl, Aaron Donald would just immediately just sack me. It's like the computer knows that you got your stuff and they know what you got to do to get you out. Hopefully they change that because I believe right when I get it every single time, it's like two people just come clean and they got the abilities that you can't really throw the ball away. You can't really do nothing crazy. It's like they scare the quarterback, so you just instantly get sacked. So you work your hardest to get up there, and the computer, it felt like it was almost. This is the only bad thing I feel about the beta. They literally know that you have it, and they almost sack you immediately after you get it. And that's the only problem I have with the game. But as far as the running, everything, I love it. The coverage, the man coverage. If somebody is faster than you, you're going to get dusted. Tyreek Hill, um, he going to get a little leeway on you. But if you have somebody like Darius Slay, who doesn't really have no ability either, he don't have no X Factor ability, but he still plays like Darius Slay. I think I got more picks with him in the Pro Bowl than anybody else. Jalen Ramsey, he had the lockdown. Stephon Gilmore, he got the lockdown too. Getting those abilities is really nice. They stick to you, especially the linebacker. Like remember I told you I was using Bobby Wagner. He's probably one of the best users in the game. When you use him and get his X factor, I like to go and use somebody else because Bobby Wagner can literally cover and do whatever he wants. So you might as well let him do what he wants and then go use somebody else so he can have a boost at covering the other people because they're going to clamp him up and he's going to jump up for stuff and he's going to do a good job. So let me know if y'all got any more questions. I would love to answer them. But overall in the beta, this is way better than Madden 19. And y'all know how hard I was on this game. I said that, Madden 19 was trash. I said all of this stuff. Y'all can go back and watch the video. I was pissed off. I stopped playing the game for a while. But I've been playing this game since '02. So I'm so happy and thankful that I'm actually even able to play this beta. I should have been already had a freaking code, but EA Sports knows how many games you played, but they still act like you're not a part of the community. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think I touched on everything right now, but if y'all have more questions, please let me know. Um, so yeah. So by the way, Aaron Rodgers' throwing animation is amazing. Even though I can't throw with him, his animation is amazing. Matt Ryan, like I said, every animation. Julio Jones, he goes up for the ball. People catch the ball when they're supposed to catch the ball. Possession catches are nice. Rat catches are nice. It's good. I love possession over the middle of the field. It's kind of like where Madden 17 was, where you actually go down to the ground and like a safe mode. Now you're not going across the middle of possession. The ball pops up for like pop up and somebody picks it off. It's realistic. You get down to the ground and you do what you got to do. So I'll see you on the next one. I'm about to upload this video and this is my day one thoughts on it. Maybe it may change and stuff like that, but I played. By the way, I'll tell you this. I played this game for hours and I did not get tired of it at all. Um, but I told you the only thing that kind of frustrated was as far as with Mahomes or playing in the Pro Bowl, when you got your X factor, you got sacked immediately. I'm talking about you got sacked. But as far as the wide receivers, double me, and all the other stuff, it stayed true. You was gonna get mossed, and it's not completely OP. Like say if you're in the end zone, if you have a good corner, um, you're gonna get mossed, but it's realistic. Like if some dude is all up in your face, it's not gonna go crazy. And I realized so far in this beta, there's no warp. Sorry, I know I said this is it, but now that I'm talking about it, there is no warp tackles in this game. As far as right now, there is no warp. If you gone, you are gone. Nobody is catching you. I'm telling you, that's why I like Adam Thielen. Even when I went against him, they threw this man a slant across the middle. I missed one tackle, and then I was trying to run behind him. That dude was gone. I'm talking about on some Panthers against the Panthers type stuff. He's gone. Nobody's catching this man. And Todd Gurley, so they'll run behind him, you know what I'm saying? And they'll try to catch him, and they'll dive for him. They'll dive for him the right way. They don't Superman dive him. They'll dive exactly where they're supposed to dive. That's another thing I like about this game. No warps, and they dive where they're supposed to dive, not where you're about to go, which I love about. There's no shoestring tackles right now, as far as I know. I haven't seen none of that. And I told you I played online games, and I played 10 Pro Bowl games, and I played 2 franchise games. I'm undefeated online, 4-0 right now. And guess what? I have them all using the Rams. Todd Gurley's the maniac. Jared Goff, he don't have no X factor right now. But think about it, he don't even have one. But I'm still able to pass the ball. You see what I'm saying? They don't have no wide receivers with no X factors on the Rams. But I'm able to pass the ball a little bit. But I like running the ball because it's fun running the ball and just completely taking off and stuff like that. Um, so let's see. Anything else? Anything else? But this game is a lot of fun. It's fun because every game feels different, and every game, one game you may just scheming up, something happen. Like I'll say this, the game is way more consistent. The game is consistent this year, but every game feels different. And I'll say it like this: if you better than a person, you should be able to beat them every single time. But how you beat them is going to be different because of about the X factors. That's what I have to say about that. I know it sounds funny, but if a person is trash, it'll show this year, I believe. I played online. It wasn't no fluky stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God, let's see if they can let a dude catch up. Let's see if they can do some crazy stuff. All that extra break and tackle stuff that you don't earn is completely out the game. If you got the stick work, you're going to get this work. But if you got some good defense and stuff like that, if you get a pick six, like I said, if you get a pick, you're able to maneuver around, run around, and get a touchdown. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. So if y'all got any questions, like I said, I'm gonna just end it right there. So see y'all in the next one. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to EA Sports, man. Even though y'all didn't give me no freaking code, I had to, earn the code. Like I said, shout out to G Mine, man. Said we here, bro. And give my boy Drew a code, man. Yo, EA, give my boy Drew a code. Um, that's it, man. See y'all in the next one. I'm out.